Hi and welcome. I'm Damon Bruce and you're watching 2K Sports. Friday Hoops Fest coming up next. It's going to be the Golden State Warriors up against Dwayne Wade and the Miami Heat. And that's it for us in the studio. To call all the action, let's go out to Kevin Harlan and the rest of the 2K Sports.
We're live, the home of the Miami Heat, American Airlines Arena in downtown Miami, Florida. Thanks for tuning in, everyone, to this broadcast of NBA basketball. I'm Kevin Harlan. And with me today, Steve Kerr, Clark Kellogg, and our sideline reporter, Doris Burke. Now we've got a chance for our State Farm starting lineups. And guys, what do you think we'll be seeing from Stephen Curry in this one?
Well, we all know that Curry is a tremendous shooter, just like his father. Quick release, pinpoint accuracy, deep range. But what I like about Curry is his passing ability. He's such a good playmaker and tremendous court vision.
And the thing I like, Steve, is Steph's not just a spot-up shooter. He can create his own shot off the dribble, and he makes tough shots on the move.
That is good. Bosh has got the game going with his first points of the game for the Heat.
His offensive game is so refined, guys, extremely well developed in just about every aspect.
Curry kicks to Lee. Kicks it to Thompson. Bogut with a screen on Wade. Thompson for three. Good. Thompson's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for three.
That's going to be important for this team to fight over the top of screens defensively.
Yeah, you got to tag him and stay right close to him because with his touch, he doesn't need much space to get his shot off.
And the officials call over the back. A little too aggressive there.
Well, he gave the officials no choice there. Easy call. Went right over the top.
Yeah, he's got to go straight up when he's under the boards in that kind of traffic. Can't chest first into the man in front of you. That's a foul.
A little over a minute gone here in the first quarter. Chalmers against Curry. 6 to shoot. Backing down his lead. He sinks the 11-footer. And so here is Miami. It's a three-point game. LeBron dishes to Chalmers. And in the first, a little over a minute and a half in. And that's out of bounds. Miami will retain possession. All right, let's go over to the sideline with Doris Burke.
Kevin, I had a chance to talk with head coach Eric Spoelstra. One player he mentioned he'd be eyeing is Harrison Barnes, saying, I know he's showing he can be a more versatile scorer than he was at North Carolina. With his strength, he can really hold his line to the rim. Still, we've got to play up on him and test his decision-making off the dribble. And Kevin, for a guy who wasn't asked to handle the ball a whole lot in college, that's probably a good call.
Thank you, Doris.
You know, the interesting story a year ago with Golden State was the promise of season ticket holders that they would make the playoffs. And, you know, I thought it went overboard a little bit because the Warriors team just wasn't quite talented enough to fulfill that promise. And anytime you put yourself out on a limb like that, it can be dangerous. You're now in a vulnerable spot.
Here's Wade. The shot is off.
You see the defenders get out of his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the bucket, but not that time.
Curry against Chalmers. Left side Curry. Just 5 on the clock. Left side Curry. And another 3 for Golden State. And to be fair, the Warriors were in a position at one point where they had a chance at the playoffs. We're going back some time now, but the injuries just put them out of contention.
Yeah, it really did. And although it derailed them a bit, it showed the value of depth, something the Warriors wanted to address this offseason. And they still have playoff ambitions because of that.
No good from Bosh.
Difficult shot from mid-range, and the defense was all over him.
Boy, I like the close out there, Steve. Well done.
Chalmers against Curry. Lee sets a screen for Curry. Back to Lee. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Lee's got his second bucket.
Well, you look at Mark Jackson, I think he's got a ton of potential as a head coach. He was a great point guard in this league, one of the all-time leading assist makers in NBA history, and a really good person. Has wonderful feel for people, good communicator. He's got a chance to be really good.
Catching up on the changes with Miami. Chris Anderson has checked in for Bosh. Battier comes in for Udonis Haslem. Ray Allen, he's checked in for Dwayne Wade. And it's Norris Cole in for Mario Chalmers. And the Warriors decide to take their first time out here. And Steve, you talked about Mark Jackson's potential as a coach. New to the profession, but a long-time playing career as a point guard. He was a leader, certainly, and recognizes that. And how do you think he'll be, as he continues on? Think he'll be successful?
I do, Kevin. He communicates well. We talked about it, the fact that he was a broadcaster. Obviously speaks well and is funny, and I think that's important as a coach. He's also very demanding. He knows what he wants. The biggest thing is he has to get players. When he came in last year, Golden State was very thin. They didn't have much talent, but they're starting to build that talent base, and I think Mark will grow with this team.
Chris Bosh is checked in for Miami. Wade comes in for Ray Allen.
Boy, it's been a hot shooting first quarter for them so far. Steve, it's been fun to watch. I mean, the shots are dropping, and it's led to an excellent start.
And Cole kicks to Wade. He kicks it to Cole. Pushes up. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up.
I thought Miami made one of the steals of the draft last year when they took Norris Cole, 28th out of Cleveland State. He got off to a hot start, but kind of leveled off as the season wore on. Like a lot of rookies, I think fatigue became a factor.
And Steve, as you mentioned, for Norris Cole, he tailed off a bit, but nonetheless, he got valuable minutes throughout the season and made a nice contribution as the season went on. But nonetheless, he played valuable minutes and contributed as a rookie on an elite championship caliber team, and certainly that has to be encouraging.
Backing down his lead. Nice D from Bosh. Here's Cole. Dishes it to LeBron. Over Barnes. Again, the miss by the Heat. And so the first quarter is in the books. Warriors ahead, up by 6. And don't go away. We'll be back momentarily. And now the second quarter just getting set to start. What do you guys think about the Warriors here so far?
And they've done a nice job here offensively to establish a rhythm and a pace to this game.
And I like that they're finding ways to score, playing well here, Steve.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. On the floor for Miami, Mario Chalmers and the electric D. Wade at the guards. Chris Bosh is out there with Shane Battier, and it's LeBron in at the 3 slot. Now let's send it to Doris from the sideline.
Guys, LeBron James, all-defense first team for the last 4 seasons. He wasn't always known as a great defender, but it's something he really worked at, and he went so far as to say, I love defense much more than I do offense. I take pride in that side of the floor. And Kevin, with his incredible athleticism, he can really guard at least 4 positions out there.
Yeah, he can do it all. Thanks, Doris.
Well, what makes LeBron so great is that he's dominant at both ends of the floor. Defensively, he can guard any position. I think his defense gets overlooked at times, but he is really dominant at that end of the floor. And moving forward for Miami, they probably won't have a lot of cap room because of the big contracts of Bosh, Wade, and LeBron. But remember, it is easy to lure free agents to Miami because of the presence of those 3, and then also the attraction of living in Miami.
Now here is Jack after LeBron James's miss. Now here is Jack. And the pass to Rush. Back to Jack. Tipped away. Here's Chalmers. Goes up strong with one hand and flushes it down.
Sweet finish there, showing you some major strength and the ability to sky.
I rode that elevator right to the top floor.
Explosive hops. I'll tell you what, he can really catch you off guard.
Now here is Jack. He feeds it to Thompson, and it's out of bounds. The Heat will take it the other way. Well, Steve, going back to Miami and then trying to lure talent down to South Beach, not only the city itself, but veterans line up to play, knowing, like we were talking about before, Clark, they have a chance to win a championship.
And that's the motivation, and as long as the big three are there, they won't have any trouble finding players who have been let go or in the last years of their contract who want to play for a winner, and those kind of players are willing to give up some cheese for some gold.
Here's Curry. Ray Allen picking up that last basket. A step-back shot here. Curry, good. Curry's got 8. And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Now Wade. The shot misses, and Golden State will go the other way with it. Their biggest lead of the game was 9.
Well, when you watch Dwayne Wade play, he's a tremendous scorer. The one weakness in his game is the three-point shot. But I think last year he did a really wise thing. He cut way back on his attempts and took his game more inside, where he's such a dominant player.
Just 3 to shoot. Curry, good.
Maybe that'll get him going here in the second quarter. He already knocked down 2 in the first.
And the Heat call time here. And Steve, you mentioned Wade, never a three-point march under 30% for his career. His team really built around, Clark, I think, the mid-range jumper on in.
Yeah, I agree with you wholeheartedly. I mean, that's the strength of who he is. Now, the three-point shot could add to what he does, but he's doing it at about 25 a game without a real lethal three-point shot. So maybe that's just kind of the chink in his armor, but it still doesn't keep him from being one of the best ever.
And here is LeBron after the three-pointer from Stephen Curry. Nice move. He stepped back and cast it up. LeBron's now got his second basket of the game. And here in the second quarter of action as we approach 4 minutes played. Landry with a screen for Curry. Elbow shot is on the way. Good. Curry's got 7 points for the quarter.
Soft defense right there. Way too soft.
Wade with it. Over Thompson. And Lee pulls it down.
Yeah, that's very uncharacteristic for him to miss that shot with such little defensive pressure.
Doubled by Bosch. He dishes it to Thompson. Back to Curry. Golden State needs to get off the shot. Landry no good.
Terrific defense at the rim. They got right in his path.
You know, that's part of what great defenders do. They get not only in your path, but in your head a little bit, too.
Wade can't hit. Warriors leading by 8. And here is Curry. 13 points in the game. The feed now to Barnes. Back to Curry. Curry gets the screen from Lee. Got it off in time. And no good trying to get that one. And that does it for the first half of play. Warriors lead by 8.
The Warriors.
Well, folks, stick around here at halftime for the halftime show with Damon Bruce for all the highlights from our first half.
Now, presented by Sprint.
And we played 2 quarters out at American Airlines Arena, and a great game is in progress for our halftime show. The Warriors playing well up to the break. One look at their field goal percentage says it all. They're scoring at will. Stephen Curry's been tremendous in the first half. He's carrying the team, doing everything he can to put them over the top. And a tough matchup, but the Heat staying afloat. They've been getting roundly outplayed up to this point, and they'll need a bounce-back effort to make up for it in the second half. Tough start for D. Wade. His shot isn't falling. He's been ice cold. That's all we've got here. Now, back to Kevin, Steve, Clark, and Doris for the second half.
Now the second half about to start up and begin any moment. Really an incredible game from Stephen Curry.
That's been nothing but positive for this team. The way he's been really selective with his shot.
Man, what a play. He's a bit short for the power forward spot, but his great leaping ability more than makes up for it.
That was a great angle we just saw, courtesy of Sprite.
Well, you know the Heat are a dominant team, but they were absolutely phenomenal at home. They completely destroyed their opponents on their home court in South Beach last year.
The defense just couldn't recover in time.
Yeah, the D pretty much went brain neutral on that one, Clark. Wouldn't
Yes,
you?
sir. I like that phrase.
Yeah, I don't use that phrase very often, but to me, that's what happened. He shifted the brain into neutral.
Yes, he did.
That was embarrassing.
The dish to Thompson. Overweight. And the Warriors tack on 2 more. Yeah, not a lot of happy visits to South Beach for visiting teams. The Heat, Clark, a devastatingly good 28-5 in their arena.
That was the best home record in the East and tied, Kevin, for the best overall home record in the league with the San Antonio Spurs. They really didn't mess around when they played at home. They were lethal in South Beach.
From the sideline, let's catch up with Doris Burke.
Well, for the Heat last season, some adjustments made offensively, and maybe most importantly, LeBron and D. Wade resolved to get inside and they cut down on their three-pointers. LeBron trimmed his three-point attempts almost in half. Wade cut his down to about a quarter from the prior year. Chris Bosh said, them getting down into that post, being aggressive, getting to the line and drawing fouls, I think is great for the team. LeBron James said, I'm just trying to focus on being in the paint and get to the free throw line. We have enough three-point shooters on this team. Kevin?
Well, Doris, it makes sense. They're tough to handle down, and it opens up things for everyone else. Lee with the steal. Oh, and here comes Curry all alone. Throws down the breakaway jam.
What a talented leaper. Loves to climb up and throw it down. Man.
Oh, Clark, he gets up so quickly, doesn't he?
Yeah, like a pogo stick.
Oh, my gosh, not a lot of point guards in the league can jam like he can.
That's for sure.
And he's able to finish, guys, amongst all the big fellas in the paint. Just amazing athleticism.
Just 5 to shoot. Here's Chalmers. The jump shot from the baseline is right on target. Chalmers has got 6 points.
Guys, he's been a go-to guy for him. And the pressure's going to continue to build on him the longer they're in this hole.
Warriors leading by 10.
And, you know, guys, Mario Chalmers has been a good fit in Miami as that point guard because he doesn't need the ball in his hands all the time. LeBron and Wade can handle it. He can spot up and take threes. And then at the other end of the floor, he's a scrappy defender as well.
Here's Barnes. And another 3 for Golden State.
And that's 4 straight from the field, guys. Off to a quick start this third quarter.
Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. Here's LeBron. The Warriors pull it in.
And, you know, you look at a guy like Mario Chalmers. I mean, some of his weaknesses as a player are minimized playing for the Heat. He's not a great finisher or an elite playmaker, but again, he can leave that to LeBron and D. Wade to create and play off of those guys. It really helps his game.
You know, and I think it goes without saying, guys, but his strength and body control scoring in close, that's what makes him special. You can see it with the shooting percentages inside. I mean, he's a tremendous finisher.
And one of the other things you'll notice about him is when he has the ball in the low post, he's in no rush. Many times he'll get a defender to bite on the fake, leave his feet, and then open up an easy scoring opportunity for himself. And guys, you know the story. Erik Spoelstra, coach of the Heat, a guy who worked his way from the ground up with this organization. I mean, from video coordinator to advanced scout, assistant coach, then director of scouting, over 13 years. Finally becomes the head coach and has shown himself to be very much a good fit for that position.
And Curry, here we go. He passes to Barnes. It's stolen by Haslem. LeBron against Lee. Now, here's Chalmers. He's covered closely. Bosh with the bucket.
And, you know, going back to Erik Spoelstra, what a job he's done over the last couple of years with all of that pressure after the acquisition of LeBron James. So much scrutiny and criticism, but he handled it beautifully. He got his team playing its best when they needed to be playing their best, and they were able to capture that championship a year ago. What a run.
He's a bit short for the power forward spot, but his great leaping ability more than makes up for it.
The Heat trail by 11. 43 seconds left in the third quarter. Wade outside. Pass to LeBron. Stolen by Thompson. Feeds to Curry. We've got 22 seconds left here in the third quarter. Clock is at 3. Here's Barnes. Off target with his 3. Here's Wade. Shoots over Curry, and it's Miami with another. And we've watched 3 so far in this one. Warriors ahead. They lead by 9. And we're coming back in just a moment. Get ready for the fourth quarter of action when we return. The Heat trail by 9. So with Wade on the bench, this is who Eric Spoelstra has on the floor. Ray Allen and LeBron fill out the wings. Shane Battier is out there with Chris Anderson, and it's Cole in at the point. Stolen. Lobs it up there. Very pretty alley-oop layup.
Boy, that was well read to know exactly where that pass was going.
Yeah, especially on the lob pass, the positioning has to be perfect.
Yeah, as easy a 2 points as you're going to get on the soft alley-oop. That was nice.
Anderson passes to LeBron. Backs down. Allen. Yes, and it's LeBron picking up the assist.
That's how you exploit that defense. Take the ball right to the basket.
Here's Jack. Here's Thompson. Back to Jack. Pass to Thompson. Over Allen. Thompson misses. The Heat trail by 9. Kicks to Allen. He kicks to Anderson. And he drops it in from the low post.
That's right where they wanted to go with the ball on that possession.
Timeout called the Warriors. Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
Yes, Kevin, I was able to listen in on what Mark Jackson was going over with his team. He told his team to keep looking for three-point opportunities, saying their perimeter defense isn't doing a good job getting out on our shooters. So let's keep firing away until they decide to guard us.
Dishes to Rush. Shot clock at 5. Andrea screen on Allen. Rush outside, and the Warriors miss again.
Really good offensive execution. Nice pick, just couldn't get the shot to go.
Boy, you love to see that as a basketball purist. Guy setting a good screen and then getting the shot opportunity.
Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. Jack dishes to Thompson. Andrea screen on Wade. Wade against Thompson. Cannot hit. And Miami the other way now. Allen drives in. And it's out of bounds to the Heat as Miami retains possession. Udonis Haslem. He's checked in for Ray Allen. Here's Bosch. Jams it with authority.
They are closing in here. Their offense heating up.
Well, you want to maintain contact, and after this nice run here, they've made up some ground, and they're right where they want to be.
Chalmers against Jack. The pass to Rush. Backing him down. He feeds it to Landry. And Rush kicks to Jack. Drills it from outside. And the Warriors lead by 6.
A lot of the points they've given up have come on open threes like that one. And that has to be disconcerting and frustrating to their coach.
Well, they should know better. I mean, they read the scouting report. You can't leave these guys wide open on the perimeter.
Inside 2 minutes. Inside goals.
He dishes it to Landry, and there's the call on Udonis Haslem. That'll be his second foul of the game. Different look here for the Warriors. Andrew Bogut checked in for Azili. Lee comes in for Carl Landry. Barnes, he's checked in for Brandon Rush. And Steph Curry subbed in for Klay Thompson. Here's Curry with the 3, and it's Miami with the rebound. LeBron's now got 5 rebounds tonight. Chalmers' shot is no good. Warriors leading by 6. Curry passes to Jack. Back to Curry. Nails the runner.
Boy, he's been so cool out there, composed, never rattled. I mean, a very steady contributor to the offense.
Klay Thompson, he's checked in for Jarrett Jack. Here's Chalmers. LeBron outside. Good.
Something has to change, guys. That's 10 straight points coming in the paint against this team.
Well, they got to collapse in there, and everybody's got to be conscious of it. It's a team effort in protecting the paint. Control the ball, and then everybody's got to get in there and keep the defense locked down.
There's a minute left in the fourth quarter. Curry dishes to Thompson. Back to Curry. That's good.
They're looking good here, adding to this lead.
Yeah, you know, time winding down here, the score and the clock clearly in their favor.
The feed to Chalmers. Dwayne Wade on the wing. Oh, that's blocked. Now here's Curry. We've got 28 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Shoots the 3. That's good. And it's an 11-point Warrior lead.
And that one should remove all doubt about the outcome of this game. This thing's over.
Now it's just a matter of what the winning margin's going to be.
And that one's good.
Well, he's been scoring pretty well on just a few attempts. It might help them out if he was a bit more assertive.
So we see the Warriors get the win here. Both teams played well, but these guys had the edge.
Yeah, I think so. They were just steak knife sharp. Very on top of their game here.
Well said. And that'll do it for Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke. This is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. And now we present the Jordan Player of the Game, Steph Curry.